one window to the client, and the entire organization is sort of geared up to see through that window, or maybe approach through that window. I think if you look at today, one of the biggest uh, roadblocks is that, okay, who takes the decision? Now, for example, Anand and Srinivas did talk about that. So the sponsorship is important, but when it comes to on the ground, imagine you're dealing with an institutional partner hospital, then the approach is not about a single point of contact, but it's about single point of ownership. Now, what are the leeways do I have as an account manager, and what are the kind of investments which I have, and the sponsorship which I have from my leadership team to make or create value on an ongoing basis? So, and the other part is, I think, also about how do you get the collaboration right internally. Like Anand said it very beautifully, that therapy teams are focused towards their own objectives. You have a key account team which is obviously pushing the overall agenda. Now, how do you sort of create that beautiful dance together, if I was to use that analogy, that it really it plays well for the audience, it's seamless, and it produces music which organizations want to hear, which is about the revenue growth or the account growth which they want to deliver to their accounts. The other part also is very interestingly the competency side of it. So in the work what we have done so far with various organizations, and this is obviously the culture is important, but this is in addition to that. Do I have the right people for the right roles in when it comes to key account management? In fact, when we look at our research, the two most important differentiating competencies between organizations which have done extremely well and organizations which are trying to do the CAM implementation is about two competencies. One is about the project management competency, and this is not about your technical side, your know-how, your molecules, etc., etc. What I mean by project management is that whatever is being discussed between various stakeholders in the account that sort of gets implemented, executed, the feedback loop mechanism is there. So that's one side of it. The other side is about innovation. So how do you use, or do you have innovators on your key account teams who really go out and think out of the box? I'm using it the cost of sounding cliched about it, but the reality lies that the value creation is beyond the products of the molecules or the therapies which we are talking about. Now, how do you continuously keep uncovering that value? And value is not going to be stagnant. It's something which is dynamic in nature. What's valued to me today may not be a couple of years later. Like Anand was saying, that we worked with his team, and what came out, one of the biggest value was access to the COVID drugs forever. So how do you continuously proactively work on it and keep uncovering value, and you have someone who's doing the job continuously, because that's a competency which is far different from just selling.